Today is July 10th, 2026. I'll be going over today's price action and I'm taking zero trades today. Actually, there's really nothing that I saw that was worth or well, I saw one trade that was it was like it was just mid. But I didn't think it was like the best trade. I faded it, but really there wasn't really anything really that good for today. So coming today, I had a more a bullish bias. Why? Because we are currently disrespecting bearishness and respecting bullishness. We swept this out, and then we swept this high time frame by sell side liquidity, and we are disrespecting 4 hour gaps. I was leaning more bullish here because of that. Also, again, we have a 1 hour fair value gap right here that is unmitigated, plus this Asia high right here, Asia high. So again, I was just leaning a bit more bullish because of that. I know we had an SMT with ES with this, but also ES at the time. Also, I was also leaning more bullish on ES at the time. I know we had an SMT also with this, but still, I could definitely see ES drawing higher at this point because we have a clear sell side imbalance. I mean, buy side liquidity up there and a sell side imbalance a little higher up. 4 hour EMA low high. So, but I don't think we're gonna hit that shit today. I don't know. But I still had like DOL wise, like I could see ES drawing towards these DOLs. So I was still leaning more bullish there. I could definitely see. Also, we had a data wick at market open. More justifications for bullishness. So I was just looking for a resweep of this 30-minute 80-minute low, or some type of count here if we do get it. The only thing that's kind of iffy about this is just ES doesn't really have a key level at this point. There's just like really nothing there for ES. I don't really see anything. Um, Other than sweeping out this 15-minute 80-minute low, and then maybe getting a reaction off that. But other than that, there really wasn't anything except maybe this 5-minute 80-minute low. So again, not really the best conditions to be trading in. Just not. It's just like not super clear though. Just because we do have LR below, it just wasn't the clearest and not the best conditions. So what do we do? Market open. Immediately we just rip higher out of nowhere, just giving us no manipulation. Having a 5-minute unsponsored gap and manipulate this whole distribute this whole move, just sponsor this whole move is just like pretty not good. But we do hit this 1 hour gap. And at this point, I was low key kind of looking for shorts at this point. Why? Because now we are inside a freshly unmitigated 1 hour gap. We are also have a bunch of low resistance liquidity leading up to a 15-minute 80-minute low. We have a data wick, which is this 7 a.m. This right here is a data wick right here because this is something that Trump tweeted or whatever. But again, I was at this point I was kind of open to looking for a short. We also had a high time frame SMT with ES, as in ES took this out. But I only would look for a short after ES would take this major buy side liquidity there. So I'm just waiting for ES to take that out before I can take a short lower. So we wait. And yeah, so I'm waiting. Yes, I think at this point finally takes out my ES. So I'm waiting for ES to take this out. Okay, come on. Okay, right there. So ES takes it out right there. Takes out this major buy side liquidity. So at this point, I am kind of looking for a short now. We have an SMT that can kind of avoid sponsorship. But I just needed some type of A plus setup here because this 1 hour gap is kind of defending low resistance liquidity. This is all low resistance liquidity. Yes, we have an SMT, but this can easily fail. So I wanted something really A plus in order for me to take like a mech like in order for me to take like an unsponsored like not no true manipulation on both assets and just like a SMT type trade. Um and yeah, I'm just like waiting, and then we get a stop punt, and then we get a 30-second inversion at 9:47. At this point, low key, I ended up just fading this trade again. Again, something else about it, this trade also closes in a 3 minute gap, super bet. Um, so the 30-second technically is invalid, but if you just count discretion into play, what do? We resweep inside of 1 hour for value gap. We have a clear swing low as a break even point. The only thing is, it's just like I could definitely see this trade just failing for just like there's just no liquidity, just like not enough engineered liquidity in order for me to take this trade. Maybe if we had better structure, as in like boom, like good structure, good AMD, maybe PO3, like I don't know, 9:45 opens, manipulates a higher, gives us a stop hunt, and then gives us the inversion, maybe a 5 minute open up, anything like that. But all we really had for this trade was just your one swing low as your target. You only had one swing low. I want some good structure here, and this was just not justifiable enough good structure for me to take this short. I just wasn't really that convicted. Also, ES just not having the key level made it even worse for me, so I ended up fading this trade. This ended up hitting for a 101. If you hold it. If you hold it. If you held this trade for a 101, you would have definitely smacked TP. Um, you would go break even there, and you would smack next candle. But if you ended up trying to hold for the entire, basically all this, um, LR leading up to this, and just like, just holding and just saying fuck the 3 minute and the 4 minute gap, and just saying fuck it, I'm gonna just hold all the way down. You will get stopped out at break even. We ended up respecting those 3 minute, that 3 minute, no, I mean that 4 minute and 5 minute gap, opening a 5 minute gap that ended up getting respected, and you would get stopped out at break even. Even if you didn't go break even, you would get stopped out eventually. Um, Damn. So you were up basically 2R at this point, and yeah, you just got fucked over. Kind of sucks. But it's just like to me, it was just a mid trade. I really didn't see anything. I mean, not anything, but it was just a mid trade. Just cause like, as I explained, like they were just like too many cons for me to just justifiably take it. If we had better structure, that would outweigh the cons. But I just like, for me, I didn't really like the structure. I didn't really like the DOL. I didn't really like, you know. And then at this point, we had this 3 minute close. But again, why would you take this? It's not even a highest time frame. The highest time frame is this 5 minute that opened up. Look at this rejection, insane. We had also a 4 minute. So again, not also the 3 minute had a really good, really big rejection wave. And at this point, ES is also respecting its 5 minute gap. Right here, ES is also respecting this 5 minute gap, closing uh above the 5 minute gap, respecting it, and just like, having bullish reaction. And also we have this above still drawing towards ES. So at this point, I kind of just got off and accepted the fact that, this is gonna be kind of butt price action. We haven't opened up any sponsored fair value gap. We haven't sponsored any of these moves with high time frames for value gaps. None of these is sponsored, right? This is just a random 5 minute, right? So I'm just waiting. And then, we just start chopping around for like 40 minutes. And then Trump just says some freaking bullshit out of nowhere. I don't know what he said. But, we have the most crazy death candle ever. I was low-key kind of tempted to take a long off this 15-minute gap right here. But at this point, it's like, what have we done all session? Literally chopped around for like 40 minutes. There's just no point for looking for a trade here. So I just started just paper trading, just, looking for something on paper trading, because I was just paper trading. I took some bum ass short along here. I don't even know what I was doing, bro. I was just paper trading, trying to like forward test. And then Trump just says something, and then freaking just dumps the market, insane. But yeah, that's after this, just get off. After seeing all this chop, I probably just should have just got off at this point. I should have not even forward tested. But yeah, you should, after seeing like 40 minutes worth of chop, what's the point of staying back? What's the point? Um, if we open up a 30-minute gap, maybe I would have taken a trade here, but it was just nothing, right? It was just nothing. And also the trade you're trying to target is S&T. But you can, it's just like, it's a Friday end of session. Like, it's just no reason to. ES also had, again, no key level. Again, just no key level for ES. It just makes it even worse, on a Friday, just super laggy, super choppy, just like kind of but price action. So what can you do? Not really anything. The best thing you can do is just stay off and protect your capital and just get off. Only saw one potential trade, which was this 30-second right here. But if you try to hold all the way lower, you would get break even. And that's really it. That's really it for today. Yeah, super. I'm up 2R this week, super clean on the first on the XFA, really clean. I'm up 2R, and it's gonna, hopefully I can get my first payout. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really it. Kind of butt day.